We spoke of Hebrews saying that Jesus is better than the angels, better than the prophets, better than Moses, better than the law, better than the old priesthood, better than the old covenant. Jesus is better. But I want to ask you a question. Why is Jesus better? Now, you might have a testimony and say, he saved me, he healed me, he got me off drugs, he restored my marriage. And that's certainly the outcome of him being better than all those things. That's what happens because he's better. But why? What content in Jesus? What elements in Jesus? What nature of Jesus makes him better than all of these things, better than anything you could describe in your life? Well, Hebrews chapter 1, verse 3 says clearly what it is. There's four things it says. Number one, he's the radiance of the glory of God. In other words, he shines, he's bright, he's brilliant, he's luminous. And the second thing he says is the exact imprint of the nature of God. So we see him. But when we see him, we see God among us, God dwelling among us. And then he upholds the universe by the word of his power. In other words, if he were to stop speaking, the world would crumble. There would be no existence to any molecule ever left. And after all of that, after he's done all that, he says he's all that, and yet he's done something else. He's made purification for our sins. He could have just existed in glory and looked like God and been brilliant and radiant, but he gets into our life, our crisis, our problem, and it says here, he makes purification for our sins. Then he sat down at the right hand of God. That's why Jesus is better than anything else you could ever think of in your life.